Trayon White, did you have an amendment?
Yes. First, I want to thank my colleague, Councilmember Vincent Gray, for his tremendous leadership in ensuring that we can get back started the conversation, not just conversation about, but action, and getting a new hospital, as he called, on the east end. And I also want to thank Mayor Bowser for also helping to get this needle moved along. The need for a new hospital servicing Ward 7 and 8 has been long overdue, and I think all of my colleagues can attest to that. Um, we've had some tremendous challenges at our current hospital now, and increasingly, a bad healthcare system in Ward 8 has gotten worse. With the loss of the OB services at UMC, the loss of OB services at Providence, the potential closure of Providence is adding to the neglect in the healthcare system, especially those east of the Anacostia River. The lack of trauma unit has led to residents needing ambulatory care being sent to hospitals in northwestern Maryland. This has certainly led to a loss of lives. Today, not yesterday, but today, at 12:31 p.m. in the 1300 block of Savannah Street, there was a young man, African American, who was shot. Today, not yesterday, and at 12:55 p.m. in the 2300 block of Good Hope Road, there was another African American male shot in southeast Washington, D.C. And I'm not going to talk about the young man who was shot on Livingston Road yesterday, and the list goes on and on. So the hospital need is without a question. Now we have to decide the how. Today I'm offering an amendment that will include some of our local partners. The purpose of this amendment is to ensure that Howard University College of Medicine can transition some of its clinical and teaching operations to East End Hospital. The purpose is to ensure that the College of Medicine's faculty can practice and train medical students and residents to meet its applicable accreditation requirements and continue its academic mission. I urge my colleagues to support this amendment. Chairman.
We have the amendment before us. Is there discussion on the amendment?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Gray.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to support this amendment that has been proposed by Councilmember Trayon White. I think what this does is creates a process that just hasn't existed up to now. I really think that this council should have been involved in a formal way in the discussions about how this would be put together. This proposal that Councilmember Trayon White has advanced would bring together the council. It would bring together Howard University. It would bring together the folks at George Washington University Hospital and the executive branch in ways that have not existed up to now in terms of the negotiation of the agreement that we've talked about that will be forthcoming, agreement that will be forthcoming to the council. So I think this is a way of taking into consideration.
Point of clarity, Councilman, this is a different amendment. Point of clarity.
The amendment that's pending, I apologize for not listening more carefully. The amendment pending has to do with supporting Howard University. Correct?
Yeah, and in point of fact, that is, and I'm proud to support that, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Further discussion on
Chairman, I have a question. Mr. White, is this the amendment that Mr. Gray, myself, and you are introducing?
No, sir.
Okay, so.
It only has one name on it. Further discussion on the amendment?
Mr. Chairman.
Councilmember
Let me just say I am going to support my colleague. This will address some of the issues, certainly will address Howard University's concern that the East End Hospital would impact the hospital. Now, it doesn't, I think it's still to be determined what that relationship will look like. And I guess maybe I have a question just for my colleague, which is, does this amendment mean that we are telling UHS that they have to be a partner with Howard in order for the hospital to move forward?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Councilmember Silverman. I'll add my own view, which is, now I haven't seen this amendment before now, but I'm intending to vote for it because it does address the issue of what happens to Howard, ensuring that Howard is a participant in a participant to some extent as outlined in the amendment. So I think it's a good thing. Further discussion on the amendment. Councilmember Evans, are you asking to be recognized?
Well, no, I just don't know that you can make a private company partner with somebody else. I mean, it's not possible. Private company, you can't make them do that. But I support the amendment, and good luck, it may work, but I just don't see how it works. So I don't want anybody to leave here thinking, we solved the problem. You can't do that. So anyway, but I support it. Yeah, why not?
All right, well, we have the amendment before us. If there's no further discussion on the amendment, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The amendment passes.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr.
Chairman.
Gray, do you
Chairman,
want to
I
be
have another
recognized?
amendment, Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, we obviously, excuse me, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry, I'm recognizing you.
I couldn't hear you, I'm sorry.
The amendment passed. I'm
Yes.
recognizing you now, if you wish to speak.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we obviously have some issues that we need to work out. And what I'd like to do is move to postpone further consideration of the bill until the next legislative session, which I believe is December 18th.
All right, there's a motion to postpone to a time certain, which is December 18th. Debatable as to the date, but there aren't too many options here. And if there is no debate, I'll go for the vote. All those in favor of postponing to December 18th, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.